Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, June 5th, 2014. Let's jump right into the charts. There's a lot to cover today. You're going to see that the futures are catching a little bit of a bid here. This is coming on the back of some comments out of Europe right now. Earlier today, Mario Draghi, the ECB president, looks like he lowered interest rates. He started his own form of quantitative easing. So he cut interest rates over there. He also, if you could believe it or not, and this was always talked about, but it never happened until now, he actually not only cut rates, but it looks like he cut the deposit rate. So if you put money in the bank, you actually have to pay the bank to have money there. And he cut that to minus 0.1%. He cut refinancing rates to 0.15% from 0.25%, and he's making some speeches right now about all that he's doing, and that's why you're seeing this spike up here in the S&P 500 E-mini futures. So again, it looks like Mario Draghi came out with his so-called Bazooka plan, and he's saying in his speech right now, if I'm reading this correctly over the wire, that he's willing to do more, and he has more in store. So that's what we're getting in some headlines. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's take a look at the euro. The euro currency will be in play today. And you can see a nice little dip in the euro. And a lot of the in-the-money stocks traders yesterday knew about this. But here's the deal. If this goes down to around 134, I don't know if it's going to get there today. It actually would probably be around 134.10 or so. That's it. I don't think the euro is going down much lower. So again, keep that on your radar today. If that level gets down there, that's a level I think the euro can actually bounce. So I don't see the euro getting below the 134 level. Those of you that are members know that I've talked about this number for a few weeks, that we would get down to this area, and we'll see. We're at 135.20 right now, so we could get to the 134, 134.10 today. So we're going to watch and see if that happens. Right now you do have futures catching a pretty big spike higher, and we'll see how that all shakes out going forward. All right, outside of that, you did have weekly jobless claims. I think that's a non-event. We'll see how that shakes out, but I don't think it's a big deal. Here's what is a big deal. You have earnings in play. You have a lot of stocks in the news today. PVH, this is the maker of Tommy Hilfiger, I believe, and Calvin Klein. Stock is selling off pretty sharply. This is a stock that we'll look to play in the chat room today. We do have some levels here, so come on over to the chat room. The levels will be posted up at 9 o'clock. But the stock closed at $130.68, now trading at $121.50. That's a pretty good decline. So again, we'll have gap levels posted in the chat room right at 9 o'clock. VRNT, this is Verint Systems. This stock closed at $46.59. It is making a move to $50.50. Strong move today. The stock is overbought, though. I can't give you a great level because this is a new all-time high where to short the stock, but I would not be a buyer up here at these levels. It is very, very overbought, but it is above the double top slightly. The double top would be at $50, and that was a double top that was made, I believe, in March 2014. So, again, I would not get in front of this one on the long side at all. I would not be looking to buy it up here. Maybe it goes a little bit higher. I don't have a good short level, but if you own it, trail your stop right now. That's the best way to play it. This could be a fade candidate. All right, let's take a look at Vera Bradley. VRA is the ticker symbol. I know they had news as well. Stock is trading at $20 a share, closed at $25.25. This all just happened. This stock didn't really have much movement to it, but now it's starting to sell off. It's got some volume behind it. I think I'm going to have some gap levels for this one in the chat room. So again, not a lot you could do with it. It's definitely a weak equity today. Be very, very careful here, but I'm going to try to get some levels in the chat room for this one. I'll try to have that posted up at 9 a.m. Let's take a look at Joy Global. They reported earnings as well today. You can see the stock is trading at $60 a share. It has upside, I'm going to say, possibly to $63. Maybe $63.50. That's it. So again, if you own that stock, trail your stop loss. If you want to get aggressive on the short side, probably $63.50 is the spot.
but it's a little bit of a tough trade right now because it hasn't gotten up there yet. Let's take a look at Ciena Corp, CIEN. Everyone remembers this stock from the 90s that was trading back then. Stock is trading at $21.65. It closed at $18.99. Right now, right off the bat, and I didn't work out calculations on this one, so to speak, but what I am seeing on Ciena right now is that you have a lot of resistance around 2150, maybe even at 2190. So around there, that would be about the extent of the move. I really wouldn't see the stock going much higher than that. So if you own it, I'd start to trail your stop loss there. If you want to short it, around 21.90 is not a bad level. Maybe it gets to 22 bucks, but that's a level I think the stock could be a little bit of a fade. Let's take a look at JDS Uniphase. I think it's going to move higher in sympathy, and sure enough, it is. All right, so JDS Uniphase catching a good little bid. Let me see if I can find a resistance level here. The only level I have for JDSU is 12.80. So $12.80. I don't even think it's going to get there. But if it does, that's your scalp short play. Let's take a look at bank rate. Ticker symbol is RATE. Stock closed at $14.94. Now trading at $15.22. Not a big deal here. I don't know if there's much to this one. If the stock rallies up, it should hit a wall of resistance at $16.61. Make it $16.65. You can scalp short it there. Again, it's not a thick stock. It doesn't trade many shares a day, so be very careful. You're not looking for a lot. You probably look for about 15-cent pullback. Let's take a look at SJM Schmuckers. This one now is trading at 102.15. Closed at 102.83. There's no upside in this equity, so by some chance it does trade higher. You're going to watch for resistance around 103.50. Another huge resistance level for a short is probably around 106 and a quarter, 106.50. Again, this is a light volume name, so it can overshoot levels sometimes. Let's take a look at FIVE. This is 5 below. Stock right now is trading at $37.52. I don't know if it gets up there, but if it gets up to 40, short it. 40 is the short level on this one. I doubt it gets there, but it can. You never know. Days like today, market's moving up a little bit. Maybe it catches a little momentum. Pierce of 40, I'd say $40.10. It could be shorted. Let's take a look at T-Mobile. T-Mobile is very close, according to news reports, with merging with Sprint. So again, they value the stock at $40 a share. I'm not seeing a great reaction today. Stock's closed at $34.28. It's at $34.50. So there's not a great reaction to the news event. Still a lot of resistance at 36 at the moment. So we'll see how it plays out. But nonetheless, if that does go through, the stock will get up towards the $40 level. So we'll see how that shakes out. Let's take a look at the gold market today. Gold is down 70 cents to $1,243.60 an ounce. Let's go to the GLD. GLD right now is not telling me much. It's been all over the map with the ECB news. Right now, it's pretty much trading right where it closed. So not much we could do with gold at the moment. But nonetheless, gold is a little bit beaten down. So I don't know if we'll get a lot more downside. But it's still a negative pattern out there, so you want to be careful. Let's take a look at light sweet crude. Crude oil is trading at the moment. It's trading higher by lower by 34 cents to 102.30 a barrel. So USO should be under a little bit of pressure. Let's take a look at the USO. That's trading at 37.50. It closed at 37.51, so it's down slightly, but nothing terrible. The USO will have support today at $36.44 if it does get down there. So keep that on your radar if that level happens. All in all, the big news out of the marketplace is coming out of the European Union. They're firing all their bullets right now, I guess. So I don't know what we can make out of it. Any way you slice it or dice it, though, markets are up a little bit. I don't know if the markets are really going to interpret this as good news. In my opinion, this is terrible news. I mean, here we are, 2014, so-called 5 years after recovery, and you still got to implement quantitative easing programs. You got to cut bank rates to negative. It's kind of terrible. I don't know why anybody would think this is good, but the markets love inflation. They love liquidity. They love artificial stimulus, and that's
That's what moves markets. And also you're going to see here that the dollar yen came off the low. So look how that dollar yen rallied up, and this is still the most important currency you want to watch for. All right, everybody. With that said, I'm going to leave it here. Futures right now starting to come back in a little bit, up 3 3/4, but off the highs a little bit. And again, I just don't see this as good news, but that's my take on it. With that said, everybody, have a great trading day, and we will see you on the charts.